Hello, I'm Bill Ciabattari. I am the principal tuba player in the Williamsport Symphony, and I'm just here to offer a little bit of advice for those of you that are preparing for the PMEA placement auditions. And I would really like to start off with one of the most important things for me as a teacher, and that is making sure that my students know their scales. And it's probably, in my opinion, the easiest points to get because those are things that you should be practicing anyway, and to have them learned in a pattern that lets you go up and down the range of your instrument with comfort and ease is really important. And a scale, for example, the G major scale, 2 octaves, is something that should be at your hands anytime you need it. Same with the other scales that are on the list. Should sound something like this. Up and down with a nice clean articulation. About that tempo should be good. Absolutely suggest that you work all of your scales up to be like that and maybe even faster. Slurred and tongued, great practice for you to be able to get around the instrument both with articulated notes and with slurs. Very, very helpful to be applied to so many other things. For the Blazhevich study, that is the main excerpt for the audition, we should make sure that the tempo is not too fast, and we want to make sure that the notes are a fuller value note. So we'll be about roughly in the 76 beats per minute range, and the 8th note should be long. And I'll play a little bit of this, and you can take that both as a suggestion for style and good places to breathe, because I think breathing for this excerpt is probably the most difficult thing, finding the spaces to breathe that'll allow you to keep the style and the musical lines going the way they're supposed to. So here's a possible way to do it. So that is one possible way to get it going. You notice the longer value notes. I wasn't doing anything like that. That's not the style that's implied. The hard part in there, of course, is going to be breathing. When we get to those arpeggiated scales at the end, the last part, we play full value half note there, and you want to make sure that we get that first note. The first note, if we can get it, it's kind of the ramp that launches all the rest of the notes that you're going to play afterward. So, and the last line of that section is going to require slow practice, as I think most of it will, but in particular, that last line has accidentals all over the place, so it's not going to exist in a comfortable scale, so we want to make sure that we practice that slowly. so that we make sure that we're getting precisely the right fingerings and the notes centered the way they're supposed to be. Again, keeping the longer value note throughout that spot. And now just a little bit of the last part, because we have these marcato accents, but these aren't marcato accents that you would play like in jazz band. So in the orchestra world, particularly the 19th century, that housetop accent was not a short note. And in the excerpt, it actually gives you the housetop accent with a tenuto mark underneath it as well, to make sure that that's the understanding. So they should just be heavier sounding notes overall, but still the longer value note, not anything clipped off. So if you do play this as a short note, that's an error. Something like this. I'll take it from the midpoint. And that is one way to play that and get all the musical details in line and have a nice expressive way for you to get some musicianship kudos from the judges as well. So make sure you do the dynamics, make sure you're playing the longer value notes, work out that ritardando at the end because that's not easy to slow down. It is a nice convenience though, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth measure before the end that we land on that C forte and there's a diminuendo because you're probably going to be running out of air by that point anyway. So good idea for the composer to write that in for us. So I hope that some of the suggestions I've made for you to practice this are helpful, and good luck at the PMEA auditions.